Good afternoon, everyone. Forest fires in Saudi Arabia, dust devils, Manchester, England, fountaining lava, Hawaii, extreme UV in India, unexplainable, and rogue tides across Central America. The signs are here. Solar activity causing increased pressure in the crust of the earth, fountaining lava in Hawaii. Definitely an uptick from the eruptions we've seen in Kilauea over the last couple of years. And staying with things hot, something you don't normally put in the sentence together. Forest fires in Saudi Arabia. Taif, that's right along the Red Sea. Mountainous region known for brush fires occasionally, but this is something exceptional. You can see the greening of the land. This is Al-Qalada. And with all the grasses and additional vegetation growing, that is just fuel for fires. Especially around Al-Bariki. To the right, you can actually see in the videos grass blowing in the winds, but the uptick in rainfall here has definitely greened this area to something exceptional. Now, if we move back into April 8th, floods through the area, but it's been like this for the last couple of years. I've done an enormous amount of videos flooding on the Red Sea on this mountain range. Back in 2024, a famous one where the camels were stuck in floodwaters, washed away, and then the hail and ice storms coming in, same thing, camels and ice, not a normal that you see. But all up and down the Red Sea, that mountain range is receiving a record rainfall. Now this would only happen if jet streams were bent and the weather systems were moving in different ways. Usually they move in more of a north-south direction. That's why there wasn't so much rainfall, because it's running parallel with the mountain ranges. Some of those things, incredibly tall, 8,000 feet plus. And now the systems have changed where it's bunching up on that. I just did a video yesterday where the same phenomenon is happening all along the Himalayan range in Asia as well, from Afghanistan all the way over through parts of China as well. That precipitation patterns change. It's running and slamming into the mountains and causing extremes right along that boundary zone, and then the moisture is missing other areas. Well, the same thing. So much moisture is coming down. So much additional vegetation, at least in our modern era. If you go back to circa 800 AD, it's a very different story along those same trade routes up and down the Red Sea, when they used to grow frankincense by thousands and thousands of acres out there. Much wetter climate at that point. Coming back into a much wetter climate, and that's why I'm saying, the Middle East could turn into a growing zone, pulling the water from unused aquifers, untapped aquifers, at least in the industrial level, with this above ground water also increasing, or additional rainfall. Now they told the farmers don't burn this year because there was so much additional grass and vegetation, fuels for fire, and they put warnings out, do not burn like they normally do. They'll burn the residue from crops and whatnot, and try to refertilize the soil for the next year. But with the winds and with the dryness, because that vegetation, they're going into the dry season, and it was just the perfect conditions for everything to run away. You see this in California too. It gets that, over abundance of vegetation, it dries out, and then that little spark, whoosh, brush fires. One of the biggest factors behind aging is a drop in our body's natural collagen production. This collagen drop starts in your 20s, and by your 40s and 50s, your skin is basically starving for it, leading to visible signs of aging like wrinkles, sagging skin, brittle nails, and unfortunately, most collagen supplements on store shelves don't provide the nutrients and absorption your skin needs. This is why I take Ageless Multi-Collagen, providing 5 types of premium collagen. My body actually needs to rebuild skin from the inside out. My results are smoother skin with more elasticity. Plus, it mixes easily into coffee or tea, has zero flavor, no clumps, making it easy for me to stick with. Help rejuvenate your skin with Ageless Multi-Collagen while it's 51% off now only at healthwithadapt2030.com. Plus, order today and receive free the ebook, The 14 Foods for Amazing Skin, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee and free shipping. Once again, this offer is only available for a limited time at healthwithadapt2030.com. Click on that link in the description box below. So things are definitely changing. You're looking at multiple points of change here all along the Red Sea. I encourage you to look at the videos in my playlist about that area that's been flooded as well over into Eritrea and Ethiopia and the new Renaissance Dam, and how that whole system of waterways, those 6 hydroelectric dams stepping down off the Ethiopian highlands, filling years early, providing constant electricity, and the fastest growing economy in Africa because now they have constant electricity. Moving over to India, Odisha or Orissa, East Coast, Puri, one of the famous areas with temples there steeped in history. And wandering through looking for photos of this area, these photos are from the late 1800s of these same temples before they were quote unquote refurbished. I'd like to take you back in past. Just amazing stonework through the ages, and this had been time immemorial. Literally, they don't exactly know when it was built, but what they can't explain is this incredible UV event that has happened back in April. It's spotty now, but it was really intense in April. Again, what is going on? They cannot explain. They try to put a bunch of excuses together, but they're having these breakthroughs now, much like was in Spain, that overcharge those solar panels that cause the power outages. Well, if this light pink had been over a solar facility, that exact same thing would have happened. Maximum possible output of the panels due to an amperage and overproduction because of intense UV striking those panels. Now, they put it down here. They're rolling at influencing health, agriculture, and environment. We're going to give you the best guess. They don't understand exactly how, when, or where. But I guess that's just the changing world. Speaking of which, this is downtown Manchester in England. Now, of all the places that you would see a dust devil, I would expect to see this in like Saudi Arabia, Oman, somewhere in the desert, out here in the West, but not in Manchester. And a nice array here of things in the environment that could affect the environment. For those of you paying attention, or maybe all these changes are because of the fox sleeping on the garden furniture. I mean, so many excuses out right now to explain away everything because it's becoming so strange. And another thing that's going on in this stop-start fashion that we've seen over the last year to 2 years are these rogue wave events all along the western coast of South America and Central America. This time it's rogue high tides. So we've seen this again and again, month after month, of just massive waves out of seemingly nowhere. Again, there's an enormous amount of excuses to try to explain it away because it's truly unexplainable. Like everything that we've seen here, especially the UV events in India, they just don't know how to explain it. So they're trying to do their best, I get it, to give some sort of comfort to the people out there going, why is everything getting scorched? Well, here, why is everything getting ripped apart again and again and again with these strange waves? This time it's in El Salvador and Honduras. These are not waves generated by large storms. This is just tidal action. And when the tides come in, and this is what it looks like when it pushes far over where it should be, and then it starts to flood the cities in these towns. Over the last couple of years, it seems like it's amplifying, and all caught on record by locals who are there. Now this is just, again, tidal action. The seawalls are there, obviously, because they do get storms, but just for simple tides coming in, and now they do, and this was earlier, around the 20th or the 22nd of May, but now there is a tropical storm offshore, which is adding to these strange tides. Just bizarre how it's starting to inundate and overwhelm even the defenses that were built for such things. Now they're only built to a certain height or point because, well, that's all the higher previously that the average was. And going back to April 28th, and then I did the video down there on Peru, and then another one earlier on Chile, and it's just non-stop. Something with the waves out of the Pacific crashing on. And there's these extremes which are becoming more in your face across the planet every single day, week, and month now, are also taking a toll on our food production. So as you continue to watch our food prices rise, economic news is going to give you every excuse in the book why. But if you start to look at these events, you start to see why. So producing some of your own food is going to be integral, important, and necessary in the future. Which means you're going to need some seeds, and I recommend TrueLeafMarket.com. That link's in the description box below. Heirloom and organic seeds for any grow zone on the planet. Every purchase you make helps keep this channel on air, bringing you information just like this. And also our weekly radio show, live broadcast, triple casting across the airwaves. Check out the Rumble channel, and you can join us at civilizationcycle.com. If you cannot find that, click and go. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.